Hey everybody, welcome to Michelle and Company, and thank you so much for joining me this week. We've got a great show for you today, and our first guest is here to talk about something that I think everybody loves, and that's traveling and getting away. Please welcome Scott Ramsey here from Getaway Easy Travel. Scott, thank you so much for being here today.
You're welcome, Michelle. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so Getaway Easy Travel, for people who maybe have never heard of you, tell me a little bit about what you do.
Well, Getaway Easy Travel is a local tour operator travel agency that specializes in custom group travel experiences.
Sure.
So what that means is if you're looking for a group of people that want to travel somewhere together, then I can put that together for you based on the itinerary that you would like to have, exactly like you want the trip to be.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about some of the groups that you work with. Is it businesses, families, individual? Tell me what it looks like.
It's kind of interesting how many different groups do travel out there. A lot of banks have travel clubs that they like to take groups together. We have some hospitals in town that travel as groups. Churches a lot of times will want to go together to go see something that they want to see.
Sure.
Maybe they've been studying in Bible class or something on and they want to go to something together. And so even families, a lot of times you have an extended family of 20 people or whatever that want to go on a cruise together or something, and they don't know how to approach doing it for that many people.
Right.
And so I can step in and help them get that done.
Right. And we were talking a little bit about some of the nuances and the things that you don't think about when you're doing group travel. What advantages are there to working with someone like you to help book a group event like that?
Well, the advantages are that I take care of all the details for you.
Yeah.
So I'll be the one that gets on the phone and negotiates rates for hotels or restaurants or airlines or cruise lines or anything like that to find you the best deal possible.
Yeah.
And then I can put it together so that you're sure you're all together. You know, if you have a family of 20 people that are all trying to book their own air, you may or may not all end up on the same flight, and then you got to coordinate when you get there and that kind of thing. So I would take care of all those details, and I can also send a tour director along to help just coordinate the actual activities while you're on the trip so that you don't have to worry about all the details. You just get to go and enjoy the trip.
I love that. So the tour director, or you said tour coordinator?
Or tour director.
So they actually come with you and can help make sure you get to all the places you're supposed to be and directions.
Correct.
And where you're supposed to be.
And if they run into any kind of obstacles, they can help coordinate that with the restaurant or the museum or whatever. Maybe if you're on a motor coach trip, if there's a delay because of construction or something like that, then they take care of all those details and you don't have to worry about it. You just get to go along for the ride.
I love that. So you can actually just enjoy your trip.
Exactly.
And enjoy the people you're traveling with.
Exactly. Yep, that's the goal.
I love that. Now let's talk about travel modes. What kind of travel do you book? Is it just cruises? Do you do bus tours? What kind of travel do you work with?
I can do anything. Cruises are very popular. People like to go on cruises. We can transport you to that port by motor coach if you want to sail out of Galveston or New Orleans, something fairly close. So if you want to go out of California or Alaska or Florida, then I can also make your flight arrangements as well.
Wow.
So we can do custom motor coach tours for as short as one day. If there's a getaway you want to go see something in Oklahoma or Kansas as a group, I can take care of that for you. Or if it's a longer trip that involves airlines or whatever, we can take care of all of that for you.
Now let's talk a little bit about some of the places that you go to, because I was just kind of flipping through it and just some cool destination places that you booked. Tell me about some of your favorites.
Well, I like to go to unique places, things that people maybe haven't even heard of before.
Sure.
There's some neat things in this Kansas area that you can go to. The Maxwell Wildlife Refuge up around McPherson is really cool. A lot of people like to go to the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta, and that's one of those things that is on a lot of people's bucket lists, but it really is difficult to do as an individual.
Sure.
The city is just so overwhelmed during that time that if you just call and try to find hotel reservations and try to get a ticket to get in, you're sitting in traffic and things. Whereas if you go with the group gets it all taken care of for you. And then of course cruises are very popular, both Alaska and the Caribbean. So. And
you mentioned before the show even like Chiefs games or booking a football game with a group and going up and having that all taken care of and being able to ride together. I think that would be so fun.
Yeah, then you don't fight the traffic. You don't have to try to get there and find each other when you're there. And I'll handle getting all your tickets and having you sit together and just take care of all that. And then the way it works with the group is I also handle all of the reservations for you, because the next thing that happens a lot of times with the group is somebody has to step up and be the leader that gathers everybody's money and pays all of the hotels and things, and I would handle all of that for you. So people would just call me, make their reservation, they can pay with a check or a credit card, and I would take care of that, and everything's just done for you, all turnkey.
Yeah, and again, that just takes so much stress out of it, because sometimes even within family or good friends, that can become a stress and make the trip not not fun if you're having to collect and make sure everybody paid.
Exactly. And did you pay the right amount? I thought you paid. No, I didn't pay. So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
So you have a trip coming up to Dallas this Christmas, and it sounds wonderful. Tell me a little bit about that trip.
So this is just a quick 3-day, 2-night trip down to Dallas, and it is Christmas themed. I'm going to do some fun things that are Christmas time. There's a place down there called the Prestonwood Baptist Church that does a tremendous pageant every year that involves over 1,000 cast members and flying angels and animals and all kinds of things that tells the story of Christmas.
Right.
There's also a neat little dinner theater down there, a murder mystery dinner theater that will have a fun spin on Christmas. It's called Dismay in the Manger, and so it'll be an interactive dinner theater experience.
Yeah,
and then we'll do some of the iconic things in Dallas. Go to the 6th floor museum at Dealey Plaza and learn about the JFK assassination. Visit South Fork Ranch for a tour and lunch. Also go down to Waco for a little time and see Magnolia Market at the Silos with Chip and Joanna Gaines.
That would be fun.
Yeah, so just a quick little getaway middle part of December, right before Christmas time. For people that want to kind of get away from the stress a little bit, enjoy some time and get in the Christmas spirit.
And I bet Dallas is beautiful during the holidays.
Yeah, there should be lots of lights and things to see there.
So if someone's out there watching and they're interested in being a part of that trip, how do they do that?
They can just call me at 747-4446 and let me know they'd like to go. They can put down a deposit, and then when the time gets closer, they make their final payment. Prices start at $549 per person, double occupancy. So it's an affordable getaway. It makes a great Christmas present too. If you've got someone in your family that you're like, I never know what to get them for Christmas,
an experience.
you can call and pay part of it for them or whatever, and then let them go on a Christmas trip.
I love it. So we're almost out of time, but before we go, for people who are watching and think, this is great, I need help trip planning this next big trip, how far in advance should they contact you, and what does booking look like? What do they need to have ready?
Normally, it takes, depending on the size of your group and who all you need to promote it to, you need to plan about 6 to 9 months ahead, because there's some time involved with me working with that person to plan the itinerary and then get everything reserved and then give people time to decide they want to go and also then make their reservations and make payments. And so that way they can also make payments along the way if they want to, instead of having to pay for everything all up front. They can make 3 equal payments or whatever. So 6 to 9 months is a good time frame to use for planning. And if you're interested, you would just call me at that number, 747-4446. Say you're interested in trip planning. We would get together and just have a brainstorming session. Let me know the specific things you want to do on the trip, and then I kind of fill in the blanks with the key fun things that I find along the way that you maybe don't even know about.
Right.
The little trip surprises.
I love it. Scott, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
I hope I can book with you sometime.
There you go.
It sounds like so much fun. Well, make sure you give Scott a call if you're looking to book your next trip. He can help you get it all ironed out and really enjoy your travel. All right, stay with us. We will be right back with more Michelle and Company.